Hello, welcome to CAIE Grade 3 Science. This is Unit 3, Living Things. I am your teacher, Andrea Montero Bullón. In this unit, we will learn the following topics: living and non-living, growth and nutrition, movement and reproduction, sorting humans, sorting living things. Living and non-living. In this topic, the words to learn are breathe, grow, life processes, young, excrete, sort. Look at these pictures. They all show living things. A butterfly, a mushroom, a jellyfish, a dog on the grass, children. They are all living things. We know they are living things because they all undergo 7 life processes. The first of these life processes is breathing. All living things breathe. We all must take air inside our bodies. People, plants, and animals. We all breathe and take air inside our bodies. The second life process is feeding. That means eating food and drinking water. All living things need water and food. The third life process is moving. All living things can move. People and animals can move. Look at the great migration of animals in Africa. They go from one place to another. Even plants move very slowly, very little, but they move. For example, the sunflower. The fourth life process is having senses. All living things have senses to feel the world around them. Smell, touch, hearing, sight, taste. All living things have senses to feel the world around them. Life process number 5. All living things can produce young. All animals and plants, from rabbits to scorpions, can produce babies. Living things grow. That is the sixth life process. All living things become bigger, such as plants or people. The last life process is number 7, excrete. All living things produce waste. Excrete means to sweat, to blow your nose, even to go to the toilet. All living things produce waste. Luckily, some of this waste is actually very useful, like plants' waste, oxygen, which we can breathe to stay alive. All living things undergo these 7 life processes. If they don't, we call them non-living things, like the car and the rock you can see. Non-living things don't breathe, don't need water or food. We need to move them. They cannot feel. They cannot produce young. They cannot grow. And usually, they cannot produce waste, although this car can. Look at these pictures. Can you guess which ones of them are living things? You are right. The tree and the cat are living things. The book and the TV are not living things because they don't undergo any of the 7 life processes. Living and non-living. What have you learned? All living things need air to breathe, need water and food. All living things can move and have senses. All living things can produce young, grow, and produce waste products. Growth and nutrition. In this topic, the words to learn are adult and feed. As we grow and become bigger and older, we go through different phases. We always start being babies. Then we become toddlers, children, and teenagers. We grow through these 4 phases. When we stop growing, we become adults and we are fully grown. This is the same for animals. A dog's baby called a puppy. This is a full-grown dog. A cat's baby, it's called a kitten. This is a full-grown cat. A frog's baby is called a tadpole. This is a full-grown frog. A bear's baby is called a cub. This is a fully grown bear. A tree's baby is called a sapling. This is a fully grown tree. All these animals and plants must feed to stay alive. Some animals, like the lion, will eat other animals. Some others, like the zebra, will eat plants. If the animals are too young, their parents will feed them. They will give them food and water. Plants, instead, prepare their own food. They use water, air, and sunlight to prepare their food in their leaves. Yummy! You can also feed animals and plants by putting some water and food for them outside. Growth and nutrition. What have you learned? Animals and plants grow. Plants make food by using sunlight to make sugars. Animals' food comes from plants and other animals. Movement and reproduction. In this topic, the words to learn are reproduce, offspring. Perhaps one of the most surprising facts is that plants move. Did you remember how plants use sunlight to cook their food? Sunlight is very important for plants. So they will twist, stretch, and turn to make sure they have as much sunlight as possible. The plants move towards the light. Animals move more obviously. In these images, you can see some of the biggest migrations in the world, where lots of animals move together to find a better habitat with more food, warmer or safer. Reproducing means making new young animals or new young plants. For example, these little chicks are new to the world and soon will grow into birds. This baby kangaroo inside his mother's pouch is also new to the world. This seed will also fall to the ground and grow into a new plant. Movement and reproduction. What have you learned? All animals and plants move. All living things reproduce. Sorting humans. In this topic, the words to learn are similar, fingerprint, data, different, identity, tally. Sorting means making groups. We make groups to organize information. It is clearer and easier to understand or to remember. Look at this group of children. They are all similar and different in many ways. We can make a group of girls and boys, or we can group them according to their hair color. Blonde hair, dark hair. Eye color is one of the most common features to sort people by. We all know someone with blue eyes, or brown eyes, green eyes. It's very easy to sort people by their hair, their eye color. Now, look at this one. This is something unique to you. Nobody else has one like yours. This is your fingerprint. If you look closer at the tip of your finger, it should look a little bit like this, covered by very thin lines. Because our fingerprints are unique and different to everyone else's, we can use them to protect our identity. So if you place your finger in that scan, it could only be you placing the finger on it. It protects your identity. Fingerprints tells us the name of the person. In order to sort people and make the groups clearer and more organized, we can draw a chart to collect data. We can write the name of the person and the features we will look at: hair color, eye color, height. Let's look at Penny, for example. Penny's hair is blonde, her eyes are green, and her height is 1.22 meters. All these words and numbers are data. We collect data to organize information. Now, look at all these children. What a party! There are too many people here to write their names. We can still sort that information, however. We will do so by drawing tallies. In this chart, the important part are the features to count. So we have the hair color. We know that we are counting hair color. And we have a column for brown, a column for black, a column for blonde. If we count the brown hair, 1, 2, and 3, we can write 3 tallies, total of 3. If we count blonde hair, 1, 2, 3, and 4, it will amount to 4. So 4 tallies. But black hair is more common. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are too many tallies. To make it easier to count, we will group 5 tallies together. So 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4, will be crossed over by the 5th one. 5 and 2 make 7. Sorting humans. What have you learned? People are similar in some ways, but different in others. Fingerprints are all different. People have different hair color, eye color, and heights. Sorting living things. In this topic, the words to learn are group and question. Everything can be sorted and put into groups. For scientists who study living things, this is very important. Now, how would you sort these living things? In order to sort them, you must find a question. For example, which one of these living things have wings? Then we will draw our chart. Living things with wings, living things without wings. Butterfly has wings, whereas mushroom, dog, jellyfish, or children don't. If we prefer it, we can use tallies to count the living things with or without wings. You can sort anything if you only have a question. For example, let's sort animals among or between those with fur and those with feathers. Lion, mouse, panda, cat or dog have fur. That's 5 of them. A swan, a pelican, or an eagle are birds and have feathers? That's 3 of them. You can combine the tally chart with the writing data. Trees with red fruits, for example, and trees with yellow fruits. That's another question to sort out information. A pomegranate tree gives red fruits, with an apple, pineapple, a pear, or a lemon tree give yellow fruits. 1 and 4. Sorting, it's endless. You only need to have a question to start. Sorting living things. What have you learned? Living things can be put into groups. The groups have something in common. The end. Thank you for watching.